Good day, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us from the day one, where we treated module one. Now we are the last module 8. Remember, we started with the introduction proper and what StayNext is all about, the vision, the mission, and what it takes to benefit as a StayNext ambassador or tech real estate consultant or working with StayNext Unlimited. Module 1 will delve into introduction to real estate practices, what you need to, some terminologies you need to understand about real estate. So we make reference to that, talk about the things and don'ts you need to know, some things you need to know as a person, some terms they use as words in real estate. And module 2, we literally look at understanding land and property documentation. Understanding land, how land has been allocated in Nigeria, and the document you are supposed to know as a consultant or as a sales ambassador, because every land has different documents. They don't mean they are the land, they don't mean they have the same document. We talk about CFO, deed of covenants, governor consent. So there's so many things. Letter of allocation, those register survey. So we look much into that. And module 3, we make reference to what? Property type and market segmentation. Property type and market segmentation. And module 4, we look at property inspection and listing, and what is inspection, what is listing. We can't go into much because of time. Module 5, we look at real estate marketing fundamentals. I said the foundation for you to know, for you to make sales or make money in real estate is marketing. But market is what draw the client, the renters, the buyer to you. And from there, after marketing, the next thing is sales. That's why module 6, we discuss client engagement and sales skills. Client engagement and sales skills. Remember, I started with module 5, talk about marketing, real estate marketing fundamentals. Module 6 talking about what? Client engagement and sales skill. When you market, you bring the people and you make sales. When you make sales, what do? You make money. So it's marketing, sales, and money. MSM. So you have to do the three and ensure money comes to you. And module 7 will literally talk about transaction processes and commission structure. Transaction processes and commission structure. Today, module 8 being the last module, because the others are practical, how to use the app, and other thing below it. Part 2 is all about how to use the app. Some references you need to know how to engage clients is below this module, so you have to look at it. But for now, the last module of this training is professional risk and fraud awareness. Professional risk and fraud awareness. The idea of this is not enough to make money in the real estate. It's not enough to give your client the leverage to make money, but you need to identify some literal scam. One major thing which is a bottleneck to the real estate sector is scam. People are scared. People in diaspora are scared. Sometimes it's not their fault. Someone close to them defraud them, and they find it difficult to trust anybody. Some people's uncle, some people's brother, biological brother have defrauded them. So we send millions of naira, money they did not see, house did not see. So in best way to just is just to avoid scam. And how do you avoid scam without you don't knowing how scam operates? So you must identify scamming people so you're able to avoid them, or ensure your client avoid them. Quickly, let's look at 8.1, common real estate scam in Nigeria. The scam in the US is different from scam in Nigeria, so you can't say that the same. Rectors or consultants must recognize fraudulent practices. Please, the essence of it is to protect yourself or protect the person you are buying for or you are selling for. Okay, number one, A, we say fake property listing. You can see from my screen, property advertise that does not exist. Some people just advertise properties, they just pick it from internet. It doesn't exist. They say they have 3 bedroom flat. If it, it's not existing. And the best way to identify them, you just okay, let me go and see the property. They will give you one story or the other. So I'm busy, I'm done. So this are not existing. So you have to identify, not just work with what you see on social media alone. So you have to have physical inspection. Photos and videos of stolen from other listing. You see, they don't know the person who, they just say it's for somebody, they just copy it. Price unrealistic. Where they are selling 20 million, they say they want to sell it 500,000. You know this is not realistic, this is fraud. And some people will just fall into it because how can you, that's why people fall into fraud. How can people, they say it's duress. Duress are not duress, they are demon. So you don't have to fall into that. If a place is selling for 20 million and the person want to sell for 15 million, you can say it's duress. Maybe perhaps the demand is high, you want to sell for 12 million, 10 million. But it's going for 1 million, it's unrealistic. It's unrealistic. So you have to identify them. B, identify fraud. Fake. The first is to identify fake property listing. B, identify fraud. How do you identify fraud? Fake properties owners, impersonation of agents, and forged document. Don't work with photocopy when you are engaging in due diligence. But that is why you get, when someone give you photocopy, no, this person is a fraud person. A real person will only give you original copy. C, advanced face scam. Some will say, give me, I have land, I'll give to you. I have series of situation. Somebody has problem, he went to collect money, he open that they will. So when they actually have the land, his father holds the property, but when they want to give that, they still needs and he's willing to give out the property, but they still say no, he will not sell. This is our father's property. So to avoid such issue, just ensure you don't engage, give people money in advance. If you want to sell, let the family assent to it, and they all agree they want to sell, and there will not be issue. Double selling, we have series of issue of double selling. People sell to one, sell to another one. So they see your full land. So when they see your full land, and the person who, that's what I said, any see your full land you have, apply for governor consent to show that you have already bought this person for this person. Because when you buy a see your full land, there will be a document that you buy this property, that is deed of assignment. You prove that okay, this your full land, there is already a document of your full land, certificate of your full land. Then you have to prepare a deed of assignment to show that you have moved, the property have moved from Mr. A to Mr. B to you. So after that deed of assignment, you have to apply the document you assign that you bought this your full land is deed of assignment. But that does not end there. You have to go and apply for governor consent to show that this year of you give to this person for this land is now belongs to me. This is the proof. This is the deed of assignment. It makes it more easier for you. So to avoid issue of owner selling double to people. Some people don't have integrity. So you have to protect yourself. Ghost developers. Some people just come and say they have land also where they start selling land. And it's people's land. And then after collecting money, they will run away. Please, we have ghosts. The same thing. People sell off land projects. I will build a house for you, and they won't build the house. And how do you identify it? Look at track record. Have they made promises before and deliver? Look at their track record. Because for you to become a developer, you have maybe have started from as agent, with broker. You now can, because you cannot wake up overnight and say you want to become a developer. It's not possible. So you have to look at the track record. Someone that just wake up in the morning, any company you see, they did not have a track record of started as a rector, or the issue did not show they started as a rector, or the founder started as a rector, or as a consultant. Did not broker and just jump to a developer. Be careful of such people, because one, they don't have experience, one, they don't have track record. So that will not fall into ghost developers. They just open an office flashy, they just collect whatever money and run away. How to avoid fake property listing. These are the things you need to avoid. 8.2. Verification of step. Please. A. Verification of step. Look at the things you look at. Request for original copy. Request for original copy. Confirm ownership at the land registry. Visit the property physically. Check survey plan. Ask for governor consent if for receive or is the CFO land. Ask apply for governor consent. And avoid property without proper listing agreement. See, these are verification purposes, process or steps. In a case someone say want to sell a land, he say it's CFO, you have agreed, you don argue with the person, you brought a buyer, say let's see the document. The person must present the document, and that is not enough, you take it to the land registry. This person say give me the document, he is the owner of this property, let me verify if the land actually belongs to him. And when they check at the land registry, if it belongs to him it will show. And that is not enough. That's why it's good to use a property lawyer or a lawyer who know about property to do that for you. And perhaps they might check court to avoid that this land does not have court interference, court disputes. When that is done, you can also come to physically to where the land is. Ask neighbor around if the place where people are already building. The person is selling the land though, is it belong to him? Oh, it belong to his father, it belong to this. So in that sense, and sometimes it might belong to someone's father, does not mean the person has the right to sell. The only person that has the right to sell whatever belongs to his father is the person they will that property to. So one is very careful. Okay, it's my father's own. It's my father's own. The first thing right. If your father have a will, if it has a will, so you have to know who did they will this property to before you can say you want to sell. Because it's a father's property does not mean, or because you are the firstborn does not mean you have the right to sell. So you must know if the property is will to the person. Now check the will. If the will is okay, the person the owner, or you ask the brothers or the relative, the head of the family, the person to sell the property, is it the rightful owner? Is they will the property to him? He say yes. You cannot proceed to buy the property or convince your client to buy the property. So in that sense, you have to follow these verification steps or processes. What are the red flags? Seller refuse to meet, show document or showing photocopy. This is a sign of it's a fraud person. Price too good to be true. It's too poor. Something of 20 million, you say you want to sell 2 million. You know, no, just leave it. How much are they renting house? And you want to sell property of 2 million. In the immediate time where they are renting house they are renting a place in a location is 2 million. The rent is 2 million. I say you want to sell land there is 2 million. It's not possible. No, this is not real. This is fake people. Request for cash deposit for before inspection. So someone will request 5 million 20k before we go to the inspection. Just avoid these people. Protecting your commission is also very vital. So step to protect your commission, always sign a listing agreement if you are working on an individual, but a company has a corporate structure of commission. Confirm agreement commission is in written. Track communication with client. I have series of I have somebody who sell for individual. The person promised to give me 5%. At the end of the day, after 6, the person refused to give the money. He just said 300,000. You can see. And the person can't defend because they don't have any agreement. So it's when it comes to an individual or selling for an individual, ensure you have an agreement on the commission you give to you. So make this more easier for both ends. Example communication to protect your commission. Sir, as agreed in our listing, please listing contact. My commission is 5% of the sales price, payable upon completion. Please confirm the receipt of deposit so I can process the paperwork. These are communication, and when you are communicating, please be polite. Be polite. Be polite. Working with lawyers. Lawyers are ensure compliance and prevent fraud. That's why it's good to engage a property lawyer or lawyer who knows about property. When to involve a lawyer? Lawyer prepare deed of assignment. It's not because it's your client you go and prepare deed of assignment. It's lawyer that prepare it that work. There's already a percentage given to them to do that job. So in that sense, allow them to do that work. Take your own, let them take their own. Checking property titles, drafting and reviewing agreement, handling disputes, governor consent application. Lawyers do this for you. So for your client, they pay them, they pay you. So everybody goes with them. Writer's role with lawyer, provide correct property details, facilitate client introduction, track document and processing, ensure deadline are met. And if the client say he has a lawyer, allow him to use his lawyer. Don't force lawyer on him or her. So let's say for instance you are approaching someone, say good morning, man. The buyer has paid a deposit for the 3 bedroom duplex in Guaripa FCT. Please prepare a deed of assignment or deed of conveyance for signature by next week. So in that sense, they've already sent him this money and he prepare it. Dispute resolution basis. Sometimes this might even when the thing is fine, there's no issue of fraud. Dispute will actually occur. Dispute is normal in business, so how to resolve it matters a lot. Even in marriage, people love both. Two people love each other. That don't mean there is no dispute, but the yes, what understand each other and overcome the dispute. Dispute can occur even when when with proper documentation. Knowing how to resolve it, maintain what professionalism. With everything is okay, everything is intact, there's no fraud person among them, there should be dispute. There might be dispute. So in our this will not mean that there must be fraud. So common dispute. We have commission dispute about agent. Sometimes it happens within individuals. Individuals want to sell, they don't want to pay. We only have such issue with companies. It's individual because company want to protect their brand, so they don't have this such issue. People that have such issue is individual who are selling. They will say they will pay 5%, at the end of the day they will not pay the 5%. So ownership dispute, contract breaches by buyer and seller. Sometimes someone buy property, they say I will pay within 3 months. It's like in installment payment. You have signed, you will pay within 12 months. You have signed, you pay within 6 months, and you have reached the contract. But if perhaps you say you will pay 6 months and you can't pay, you write to the person that I initially say I will pay 6 months, but for now I won't be able to pay 6 months again due to the circumstances around us. So it's a way of communication. So that is more essential. Misrepresentation of claims. These are also vital when it comes to common dispute. Step to resolve dispute. Number figure 1. Internal resolution. Attempt to resolve amicable. Use clear record and agreement. If they have an agreement already, it's a way of bros, you have signed this thing. You have signed this thing. Let's just work with the terms. If you go to court, you will see when you. So why want to end it here? So we just, as brothers and brothers, let's just end it. So you can just use the terms and agreement to just handle such issue. Now, in handling issue, remember you are the mediator. You are the there's a mediation or mediator between both parties, both seller and buyer. So involve neutral third person. That's why they normally use lawyers. Lawyers, you say bring a lawyer, so we have a neutral person that will be neutral. There's not be direct conflict because if two of you be arguing, definitely there might be conflict. Legal actions only when necessary. It's not applicable to use legal. Both parties will spend money, so they don't need. But just try and resolve it before entry into court. So, example of commission dispute. Let's look at commission dispute. Two-year claim commission of the same property. These are say among body. So, how do you check that? Check the signed listing agreement. Who agree with the man that who is selling? Okay, this person, I take this property to this person to sell. So, from the agreement, you know whoever is in charge. Two people can sell, but someone has the primary contact with the seller, or someone has the primary contact with the buyer. So he can share within themselves. 5 people can share commission. So we must know who have primary contact with the person. The person will not get the money and share with others. So identify who introduce the buyer first. So it's very important. Share agreement commissions, split based on contract. You take 40%, you take 60%, we share it equally. It's based on what people agree from the beginning. Unresolved escalation, mostly they are being shared equally between among agents. among agents, they do share equally. It's only when it comes to company they have 60-40, company take 40, because they normally give agent reference. Sometimes company will take 40, agent will take 60. But when it comes to between agent, they like sharing equally. It's only most companies that take 40%, while agent takes 60%. So in that sense, and some company take 50-50. It just all depend, they structure it. Some practical tips to minimize what risk. Never market property without verification. You just see property somewhere, you don't know the people, you just go and market. No, 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 don't do that. Keep all communication documented. It's very essential. Avoid note all those things, very important. Avoid accepting cash deposit without a receipt. That is why issue mark comes in. If there's no receipt, I gave you 20 million, it's cash. No, you send the receipt, not cash. You send the receipt, you send transfer, or you do this and you send the receipt to confirm. The person can't deny it more that you don't give him money. Stay updated in local market regulations and network with credible agent and developer. That is a way to just avoid scam in the areas. You can see we are done with this, with the module 8, and how to avoid scam in the real estate sector. Please look at the question practical exercise, engage in it, and skill yourself, and become grounded in this. And with this, I know you'll be grounded more often. Uh, the other part will include there was the project management services. So we can give a wholesome of the knowledge. We are not supposed to do project management service in this basic. It's supposed to be in the master class. But due to the fact that we want people to be grounded in the real estate market, so we introduce the project management services. Perhaps opportunity might come at any time, which we are praying for. So in that sense, you are more grounded in it. Please, if you have any question concerning this, this is the last module. So ask your question on the comment section, or on my company WhatsApp, so you can easily get it and get across to me, and I'll answer you professionally. Please, you go to the website, you see the company number, WhatsApp number, you just shout out. We will answer you professionally and ensure all your questions are answered. The other part too is the practical of it, which will delve more on how to upload property in the StayNext platform, and how to coordinate yourself. You look at the other part too here, is what you can read all through. How to close deal. Please take it. This is the practical aspect for you. Just read and close, understand it. Conversation tips. We have handle objection is what we have discussed so far, but it's just a way of expanding more, so you can know more. Go through it, your action, what you need to do. So it gives you more knowledge on what we have discussed so far. So you can see this is my screen. You can just go through them. This we call it part 2 too. This is part 2 section A. Section B is part 2 practical, which is more how you can upload properties, how you can search properties, book properties, and check your notification. These are the things we are dead on. So please, the revision and this end comes the end of the revision. So understand it more better and get back to me, and I see you taking dominion in the real estate market. Thank you so much. I love you all.